Prato Jane Doe, 2007. This is an interesting case as it involves a woman who likely didn't come from the country where she was found. I want to apologize up front for any mispronunciations. I very clearly can speak only one language, and I'm trying. In this case, the Prato Jane Doe was found hanging from a tree in the Via di Cavaliano in Prato, Italy, in 2007. A passerby happened to discover the woman who was suspended from an olive tree along the field in Tuscany, Italy. I'm not sure about the recreation I found. Something seems off about it, but the only other photo I'm finding is a post-mortem, which I don't show out of respect for viewers and the people involved. I would recommend searching if you think you know who she is. There is an additional layer to some of these cases, where the person seems to be in a country they did not originate from, making it nearly impossible to identify, and this is one of those. The police were called to the scene saying she'd been there since 4 to 7 a.m., and they'd found her around 9 a.m. that day. A large bin was found nearby, and they believed it was used to hoist her body up. A bag was found near her, and her woolen coat was laying folded at the base. In the bag were scientific journals and a French greeting card that was signed by someone named Roberta and Michael. She also had inside the bag some potato flatbread from a bakery located in Tuscany, as well as a soft drink, vitamin supplements, and an official envelope belonging to the Danish royal family. And the envelope dates to Queen Ingrid's court letterhead. She was the Queen of Denmark until 1999. There's some indication it might have been unused, which made them think she might be part of the royal family. Additionally, she had a postcard of Turkey. The postcard had not been mailed, which may have indicated she'd come from Turkey. She would end up being buried in a grave marked unknown or ignota. They checked local hotels, but no one was reported missing and there wasn't any luggage found there from somebody that had disappeared. Her DNA was taken and it was run in 2009, which at that time was just 2 years after she was found, but it led nowhere. They did run it through databases through both Europe and Canada in hopes of finding a missing person. That same year, they got what they'd hoped was a huge break. From San Marino, Italy, came forward to say that he met her at a conference in Florence at the Villa Viviani. He recalls her because she was wearing unique sunglasses, which were apparently found with her. But I can't find a photograph of those sunglasses to show to you. He noted that she had many scientific publications with her throughout the conference, and he noticed she had a notable foreign accent, although he didn't say where he thought that accent originated from. When he spoke to her, she only responded in single-syllable nouns, so it's possible she didn't speak Italian at all, or if she did, it was not much. He did state the conference was pretty prestigious, and it was invite only. Neither she or the doctor recalling spoke at the conference, however. They were simply attendees. All they could come up with from that time is that she had purchased a potato flatbread from a bakery nearby that she hadn't consumed. He was able to report that she had an interest in computer science, and they did try to investigate that link, hoping she'd been to Prato Linux Association, which was local, but no one remembered her ever visiting. They did forward her image to other technological organizations nearby. She was described as being well-groomed and wearing makeup at the conference. However, it was noted that she'd been sweating excessively at the conference and had removed it. And when she was found, she did not have makeup on, although her nails were painted pink and she had blonde hair. Her shoes originated from Poland. Her wool coat had what was described as an Eastern European tag. She was also wearing leopard print headband and white framed sunglasses that had a tiger stripe pattern and was a brand named Venetic. She also had with her 20 euros and a map of Vancouver Island in Canada. And the map was written in English. They believed her to be 50 to 60, which would mean she was born around 1947 to 1957. She also had a coupon with her to subscribe to the Scientific American, and it had been filled out for Enric Ice in Payson, Arizona, with a credit card payment crossed out. That man does exist. He is a doctor located in Denmark that specializes in laser dermatology. There was also a luggage tag for Norwegian Airlines, but without the name filled in. She had quite a bit of things with her, and I would encourage anyone who might have information to search out the Italian articles on the case. I tried to cover the most important points. The Prato Jane Doe has gone unidentified for 14 years. The Philadelphia John Doe. This man was estimated to be 16 to 30 when he entered the men's bathroom and into a stall at the 30th Street Station in Philadelphia in 1994. This is an underground subway train station. He went into a men's bathroom stall and took his own life. It was a self-inflicted wound to his head with a .25 caliber weapon that had been stolen from a Wisconsin residence in 1985. The only thing with him was a handwritten note reading, "With gloves on his fingers and blood on his toes, he will have music wherever he goes. Don't F with the dragons." It was really bizarre and completely puzzling. They think he likely was not from Philadelphia, but that he instead may have come from Canada. He was possibly 16 to 30, either Asian or Hispanic, and probably around 5'9" and 170 pounds. This was in 1994, so this means he would have been born around 1964 to 1978. They know he had a round scar on the backside of his right knee, brown eyes, black hair, and they observed small, snake-like scars on his face and neck. There is a post-mortem picture available on NamUs. It's also noted that he was circumcised. His feet were a size 7.5. If anyone has any idea who he may have been, please call the number given. The Philadelphia John Doe has gone unidentified for 28 years. Cinnamon Doe. This woman had been hanging out and socializing in the area near where she was found in Key West, Florida. She went by the name Cinnamon, and it appears she never told anyone what her real name was. She was eventually discovered in what was described as a derelict cabin cruiser that was found floating about 150 yards north of Rat Key, which is near Key West. An anonymous tip came in from a man who said she was his girlfriend, and that she'd been suicidal, and her name was Cinnamon. It certainly wasn't helpful. She was wearing swim trunks and a cut-off tank top, which had a pink flamingo on it. She had a rope necklace with a glass amulet that was attached to a coiled wire, and a bracelet with one bead on it on her right ankle. She wasn't very tall, about 4'10" to 5'3", and about 140 pounds. They depict her as being 33 to 60, which is pretty wide. That would place her date of birth at 1939 to 1964. It's suspected that she died of alcohol poisoning. Cinnamon has gone unidentified for 22 years. Thank you everybody for watching and listening. If you could help to get the channel noticed by the YouTube algorithm by liking and leaving a comment, even if you can just leave a thumbs up or some emoji, it counts as engagement. It would be so appreciated. And don't forget to subscribe if you haven't yet. Thanks everyone. Take care of yourselves and each other.